Hey, lone stranger. Back for the second Cohos Trail work trip of the year. As you can see, we're gonna make this one an overnighter. Got a pack with us. Got our saw. Go up and get Sugar Hill and climb up to Panorama for the night. We might do a little sawing on that next section of trail too. We'll see. It's pretty hot though. We might not. It's the upper 70s today, which for early May is a little warm. But we're out here. The mud seems to have firmed up nicely. We'll see. I haven't gotten to the worst of it yet, but it's still soft, but it's not as soft as it was last week. Yeah, we'll get out, see what we see how our water bars did, maybe see if we can find some more trees to cut. I'm not going to show you much of this mud, you saw that last time, so we'll pick up the tail later once we get off into the forest more. So I'd say, hey, let you know where we're going. Don't want it to be a surprise for you when you get there. Making good progress. Just got this hill. Get out of here without having to break out the saw. That will be zero sawing all day. I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm hopeful. Whew. Legs are not ready. Trail tools and a little water. Supplies for the night. I'm at like about 30 pounds. This is what'll get them in shape, but it's not easy. You gotta work your way through it. The rest of this section here is all uphill. But I figured I'd show you the water crossing. It's been going so fast I haven't had time to show you anything. Yeah, this was one of those areas where they logged it a few years back. It's recovering. They leave a few trees. It helps. Okay. Up, up, up. And then we'll get to climb the mountain later. So. Well, up at Panorama. Camp's begun to be set up back there in the woods. Didn't pull out the camera on the climb because the climb was pretty ugly. I'm not in any kind of shape for this sort of thing. But made it. The legs are weak. Everything else isn't very happy either. They're gonna have to catch up fast. It's almost summer. Yeah, it was like about 80 degrees out here, 75 degrees out here today, so that didn't help. But we're here now. That's all that matters. I don't know if we're gonna get a sunset here tonight or not, but I'm guessing it's gonna be behind the trees. You can kind of see a view out there today. It's not very easy at all. A lot of times you can't see very far. Pack exploded when I got here, but it's all working out. Just kind of hanging out. Gonna go down and get some water, make some dinner. Tomorrow we'll go down this mountain. It'll be easier. You gotta go up the other one, but it's good to be back up here. Black flies are out like crazy. In case you're wondering why I'm wearing a hood in the sun. But yeah. Those little guys will eat your ears, your neck, anything they can get their hands on. I didn't bring my thermometer, but it's surprisingly hot out here, even at this elevation. This is like over 3,000 feet, and it's pretty hot. Well, I'll take you along when I go get water in a bit. I'll see you then. Let's go get some water. There may be animals down here. Been hearing some noises. It could be anything from a rabbit to a moose. I just heard some sticks snapping. Yeah, there are some black flies. Whoa, yeah, definitely some black flies. I can hear water. That's a good sign. That's a nice flow. Not sure I can get anywhere near it, but Yeah, I'm in the neighborhood anyway. You can see that iron in there though. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can get a collection out of here. We did it. Look at that. That's pretty clear by these standards. Later, that water comes out pretty orange. Or if you stir up any of that microbial sediment there. I think that's bacteria eating the iron in the water that makes it do that. But yeah, it didn't fall in. Always good. And it wasn't that hard to get because it was flowing. When there's a low flow there, it's a lot of trouble. Other times I'll bring water up from down below. But that's when I'm strong. If I tried to carry water up here today, I'd be dead now. I was lucky to get up here alive myself. These legs are not in full form yet. Let's see what they say tomorrow. But they were not happy climbing up here today. More water tower hill. Now the problem is the water tower hill never gets up to 3,000 feet, so you never get used to hiking without oxygen. As flatlanders start to notice the lack of air around 3,000 feet. Still some snow left, but it's not going to last long with these temperatures. It's still really hot. I'm leaving the roof off tonight. I put it up just in case I can put it up fast, but you don't think it's going to be cold. Here's I could tell it's like mid-40s for the low. So whew. Okay, there it is. I'm going to turn this off now because I'm puffing too much. This camera is not going to do justice. I'll try to remember to stick in a couple of pictures from the real camera. Most of the panorama is grown over with trees. There used to be a bigger panorama, but it's still beautiful. It's cooling off. I'm very happy about that. It was really hot. But yeah, I don't know, 7 o'clock maybe? Sun's staying up later. Got a little moon up there. Not sure if that's a waning or a waxing, but it's definitely a gibbous. I don't know if we'll get any color out of this sunset. There's not much anything in the air, so not holding out a lot of hope on that. But I am still staying up. I can't go to bed until after sunset. Not this time of year. Beautiful latrine. I'm set up back here. This is my spot. So if you're in it when I get here, get out. No, we'll work something out. I have cookies. I have candy. But yeah, I'm leaving the tarp off for now. I don't think I'm gonna need it, but I string it up just in case. If you don't string it up, then it'll rain. I think I had that happen on the Cohos one time. Tillotson Shelter. Giant thunderstorms. Holy cow. A lot of lightning. Definitely time to put up a tarp. Well, I'm going to say goodnight now, but if there's some magical sunset, I'll fire this thing back up and show you. Otherwise, it has been an interesting day. The first giant climb of the year is stuff. But now I'm feeling pretty good. I've had some dinner. I don't know my birds, so I don't know what that is. And I have no idea if you can see it. But alright. Night night. Morning. Beautiful day for it. It's a very quiet night. No too many animals up here. Squirrels, birds. Saw a little bunny poop. Very relaxing. The moon was quite bright for many hours. And then it got dark. It may have even gotten a little bit chilly at one point. I'm not sure. It's hard to tell. I had good down on me. But anything sticking out got cold pretty fast. Well, the view isn't much better this morning. It's out there. Sun is just starting to hit the trees on this side of the mountain. Made the mistake of putting my coffee on my stove today. After I made coffee, I could use another cup. Might have to take it back out. But I thought I'd say good morning. Don't know how long it's going to take to get out of here. Might stop and cut a few trees on the way down. They're not on my section, but I'm sure anybody hiking out here would appreciate it, and maybe even the guy who's taking over this trail would appreciate it. We'll see. One of them was really big. I don't know if my saw's big enough for that. That one might need a chainsaw. But I might be able to move some of it anyway. But yeah, we'll see you out there. I got a lot of lounging to do yet here, I think. Might even take the stove out and make another pot of coffee. I don't know. We'll see you on trail. Now you can see what the top of the mountain looks like. Whew, that's going to be too slippery. There's not too much snow left, but there's some snow in spots. What there is plenty of squish. Uh-huh. That looks fresh. I don't know if that was there yesterday. So I did break out the stove and make a second cup of coffee. But then I figured I better get going. You can tell it's going to get hot again today. Tomorrow's supposed to be really hot. Glad the timing worked out. That it's only hot. Yeah, that climb up here yesterday. certainly makes a man think. I've got really ambitious plans in the near future. I'm not sure I've got the legs to do that. Ooh, what's that? They look like a quail. Grouse. Something small. Wasn't an eagle. But I should watch the squish. I'll be watching the wildlife and I'll go in neck deep. A lot of poop. I don't know if those are dogs, coyotes, wolves. That looked pretty big for coyote. I suppose somebody might have just let their dog crap on the trail. Yeah. Whew. Too much excitement. Whoa. This is the spot where we lost the trail on the way up, because this tree is in the middle of it. And there's this creek here that looks like it's a trail, but it's not. So I'm going to break out the saw, and I'm going to see what I can do to clear this up, because, yeah, I could see a person having troubles here if they didn't know. There, that looks a little better now. If you came over here, you'd probably think that was the trail. I kind of built a little brush over here to kind of signify that's not the trail. This is the way you want to go. But without that tree there, it's much more obvious. When I came through here yesterday, I went the other, followed the creek the first time. Had to come back and find the trail. I'm surprised I was able to move that big log. It's really dry. That helps. Alright, now I gotta get loaded back up. That's the hard part. Well, cutting that tree. I had to do a couple of cuts. It's a little bit of work too, but good morning for it. Not too hot yet, but it's getting there. We're gonna be over in the snowfields soon, once we get over this lofty summit. Cohos. Top of Mud Pond Ridge. It's easier to see the trail once the grass grows. Once everything brushes up in here, you can aim for the hole. But right now, that snow plasters everything down in the winter. I'm leaving these step overs for whoever's taking over this trail. But yeah, maybe I could move that one. No, it's more work than I'm gonna put in. Step overs aren't that big of a deal. It's the places where you're gonna get lost, or you've got to go way off trail to get around the tree. Those are the ones that really need to get addressed. I'll still flick a few sticks, what the heck. There's one more big tree I want to take a look at down here. I'm either going to do some pruning on it, or I'm going to try to move the whole thing, but it's a really big tree. I don't think I can cut through the thickest part of it with my saw. Maybe somebody else could, but I can't. But maybe I can take some limbs off the side and make it easier to get around. I don't know when you crazy people are going to start hiking out here, so we got to get ready for you. But really, June is early enough. Don't come in May. And even June, you got to be a little crazy. It is buggy out here. They're just getting started. Black flies are just starting. But in a couple of 3 weeks, they will be in full bloom. And the mosquitoes will be there too, so. All right, I'm gonna turn this off until we get to some snow or a tree. See if I can navigate the snowfields. It's relatively safe coming up. Going down is always the challenge. Gravity is a harsh mistress. I brought my spikes just in case I ran into a lot of ice, but it's really just a few patches of snow with a little ice at the edges. Still breathing heavy from throwing trees. There was a step over I decided to move. It was pretty big. It put up a fight. But I won. The trail is open again. Ooh, that was exciting. That's why you want to wear boots, that have a good grip. It's hard to regain traction once you've lost it. Most shoes and boots, once they start going, they're going to keep going. Cobbler says there's something wrong with these boots that he did for me last year or the year before, so he's gonna fix them. Those limmer people, they are good people. Whew, we're rolling downhill now. This was a struggle getting up here yesterday. Trees are starting to think about budding. Down low they are, up here not so much yet. Yeah, this forest looks really different in the spring. Before all the brush grows in, and you can see way off into the forest. I was noticing last night all the light coming through the trees. That moon was bright. There. You can see it all looks like trail right now. It's another reason not to come too early. There isn't a footpath yet. The first couple people, they don't have any footsteps to follow other than mine. Later in the year, footprints are a good sign you're still going the right way. Oh yeah, I like this downhill stuff. Going too fast to flick sticks properly. Not even looking for them. Whoops. Okay, this definitely looks like trail, and then suddenly, oh, that's that tree. See? That's why I've got to cut that tree. All right. I got to do something with some of that at least. If I didn't remember that that's where the trail was, I might not be able to find it from here. The other side, it's pretty obvious you got to follow the tree. All right, this is going to get ugly, so we'll turn this off. There. Now that looks a little more like trail. You don't want to know what it took to get that out of there. Oh man. This all went pretty fast. But this tree is green. And that cut there, whew, that took everything I had. But if you come through here now, you'll see this is a trail and you can actually walk on it. I had to bushwhack around this yesterday. Now I gotta see if I can get out of here, because that's all I got. Wow. I still gotta walk all these miles back to the bike. I'd say there's a sense of satisfaction, but really, I'm just exhausted. Oh well. Well, and here we are, headed down Tumble Deck. I spared you looking at anything from the climb up the other side. It's not a very big mountain, but it goes up. Now we're just gonna roll back down to Coleman. Bummed there was a glass bottle out there I saw on the way in. I was gonna pick it up on the way out. I didn't see it on the way out. So if you see that bottle, pick it up. Thanks. Yeah, spring has sprung here. It's still morning, but it's pretty hot. Be grateful to be on the bike this afternoon. But yeah, that's trail work. I get my boots figured out. Feeling brave. Maybe we'll do an actual trip next. I'm not sure though. I had pretty ambitious plans for this spring. Right now I'm feeling pretty old and fat. I'm wondering if maybe I'm thinking too ambitious. It's tough when you get old and fat. It's a lot more wondering. Oh well, I think this might be it for this trip, so I'll say adios. It's been fun. It's been a lot of work. It really wasn't that much fun, but no, it was a nice night on top of the mountain. So that sawing today was really hard. Those were some big trees. Skipping lunch yesterday didn't help. Alright, I've got to swat black flies. I'll catch you next time.